Welcome to week number 11 here in the NFL.
1 + 1 = 11.
As if anybody didn't know that. I am your host, Mike Yellick, alongside Dustin Pastula.
Thanks for the emphasis on my last name, I guess. I don't really...
We are going to talk, first of all, if anyone watches football should know by now that the Eagles and Michael Vick they blew up the Redskins.
I'll tell you what, I went to meet a friend at Texas Roadhouse, and so I wasn't watching the game, and obviously they have the game playing, and I go in there, it's the second half. Not the second half, it's the second quarter. It's the second quarter, it was 35-10. The second quarter! I was like...
Well, I don't know if it was 35-10.
I think it was something like that, something along those lines.
Because they didn't score for just a field goal, the Redskins. But whatever. I want to tell you this.
What? But wait a minute.
Well, don't...
Go ahead.
All right.
You go ahead.
All right. I was at WWE Raw, and I was getting updates on my phone, and it was literally every second where it was like 7-0, 14-0, 21-0, 28-0, 35-0. I'm like, shut up, you're just joking. And they were actually like, no, I'm actually serious about this. That was literally the score to end up almost scoring 60 points. Mike Vick was 6 touchdowns, 4 passing, 2 rushing, a 115 quarterback rating for overall the year. It's the highest in the NFL. Is Michael Vick the MVP of the NFL right now, or do we have to wait a little bit more?
I think we have to wait a little bit more, but he's definitely in contention.
Oh my God!
He's playing phenomenal. Still no interceptions.
No interceptions.
Still no interceptions.
Unbelievable.
Like you said, highest quarterback rating. The Hall of Fame has requested his jersey from Monday night's game.
Yeah.
That was such a spectacular performance. Honestly, I make a challenge right now to any quarterback in the league to do better.
Yeah.
I might not be an Eagles fan, but I am a Michael Vick fan. Always have been. I might not agree with his whole little, oh, hey, you dog fight. I might not have agreed with that. Yes, it's wrong, but the guy realizes he made a mistake. He's been watched very closely by Goodell, the NFL commissioner, and he said he's been looking for a improvement on and off the field, and Michael Vick has given that.
I agree. So would you say, this goes into our next segment, would you say the Eagles are the best in the NFC right now?
I don't want to say it, but I will say it. Like, I don't see many other NFC teams competing at the level that they're...
You look at the Giants.
They're not as consistent as the Eagles.
They're not as consistent.
Like, one game, they'll blow you out, and the next game, they'll get blown out.
You look at the Eagles' schedule. With Vick, they are 4-0. With Vick starting and finishing the game, they're 4-0.
Okay.
They haven't lost with Michael Vick. The Packers, you kind of have to not count that because Cobb started the first half of that game. So that's not on Michael Vick.
Right.
That's that. And then you have, what's the other thing that they did? They lost against somebody. Who did they lose?
You do have to realize in the Packers game as well, Michael Vick brought them back to almost winning the game.
The Redskins game, that was just, it was a fluke by that whole thing. Michael Vick got injured that game when Kevin Cobb just had to be thrown in there cold. And the Titans, we had a hiccup in Tennessee, and that was, the defense just totally blew it. But besides that...
The Titans are the best team ever in the entire universe.
I really don't think so. The record doesn't think so either.
That's not true.
Titans are falling right now.
They are.
But really, the Giants, the only people the Giants played who were any good with a winning record were the Titans and the Colts, and they lost to both of them.
Plus, they lost to the Cowboys. No offense to you Cowboys fans out there.
Oh, no, there's an offense.
Your team stinks right now. And
you know what? I like the Cowboys fans. They're like, oh, how about them Cowboys? You won 2 games the whole year. Like, calm down.
Which is
go back in your little hole.
Their second win was with the new coach.
Yeah.
So
good. That's it. Good. What do you guys want? Honestly. Come on. Go back in your little hole. This week, no, you know what? They'll stay out another week because you got Detroit, and I think the Cowboys do win that. But then you have the Saints and the Colts. So see you later. Bye. You can go back now. Time to go back. Who would you say is the best in the AFC? Would you say the Colts, or would you say the Patriots? Like I think. I think it's the Patriots.
I would say it's between the Steelers, the Patriots, and the Colts.
Steelers? Why the Steelers?
The Steelers can pull it out. They always seem to edge in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have good.
They went 3-1 without Ben. So.
Right. They have great players. They have great chemistry. Yeah. And when they're on their game, they're on their game.
Yeah.
So they can always pull it out there. But I do have to say the top 2 leading teams are the Colts and the Patriots, with the Patriots having an edge over the Colts.
Now, how about this? Did I call this or what?
Bills win their...
Tell me I called this. The Bills have won their first game, and I knew it was going to happen. happened last week. The Bills. This has to be good for Bills fans.
It was
for
building
the
up.
two Bills fan that watch the show.
It was building up. It was building up. It was bound to happen. I had a feeling. You know what? I had a feeling as soon as I said Lions, I had a feeling I was going to regret it, and I knew I did.
And that leads us into another thing: our records, which are. Can you believe this? They are 80. We are both 84 and 56, tied completely. So this week, somebody's going to end up breaking away, or. Last week we only picked one different game, so I got my one game, and that's...
Yeah, everything was...
Yeah. So we'll find out when we come back right here on Ba-Da-Da-Dum.
Well, I'm never going to do that again.
Exactly. Sports Talk, we're coming right back. Wow.
Cardiology, I don't have a heart. Ordinary doctor, no cigar. I can't diagnose a simple cold or flu, but if your engine's got a call, I know what to do. Give it 6 of these and wash it down with this. A new air filter ought to help it get